JDM said it himself. Calmness will be his deadliest weapon when he faces Islam Makhachev for the title. But what if that same calmness is exactly what gets him destroyed?
I was panicking watching you do that fitness before. What's it like training with a guy like Craig Jones?
Yeah, it's awesome. You know, he's obviously like expert grappler and a really good coach. So it's like, it's hard work, like he's putting on hard work, but I definitely feel like, yeah, iron sharpens iron. So, you know, training with someone like him, definitely I feel like I've been getting better every day. Every session I do with him, I feel like I improve.
What's something that you think he's probably not going to be prepared for in you, where he's kind of underestimating you?
I think maybe the grappling, maybe. I think his best, he probably in his best mind would be thinking, take me down, hold me down, submit me. So I think, yeah, I think the grappling, I'll be able to surprise him.
Yep. Just a strength in the grappling as well?
Yeah, I believe so. The right techniques for his sort of A game, I think will throw him off a bit.
The time is getting closer. He calls it peace under pressure. But inside that cage, peace is the first thing to die. JDM claims emotions get fighters hurt, that when chaos erupts, the man who stays cool survives. He swears his composure is the difference maker once the cage door slams. But hold on, keep watching, because in just a minute you'll hear why that mindset might backfire harder than anyone expects.
I think that's one of my strong attributes, staying calm. I put a lot of emphasis and effort into that.
Yeah.
And I think so. I think, yeah, that staying calm in the pocket is something that, I think it comes from just trusting. You know, I trust that I can see stuff. The more calm I am, see it come in. And I trust in my ability, if I just I don't have to move so much, I can just, smaller movements are probably going to be the better option. But yeah, just staying calm is key.
He's not walking in blind. JDM praised Islam as the toughest test of his career, calling him elite in every department. Wrestling, timing, control, precision. He knows what he's up against. But what separates JDM is that eerie confidence. A quiet fire that says, I'm coming for the king. Still, that same respect hides a dangerous certainty. He thinks he can match Islam's dominance and flip it back on him.
But you are the best in the division. What's your mindset heading into a fight like this?
Yeah, just going in. Obviously, I think he's one of the best fighters in the world. I don't look at it as like he's a different weight class. I just look at it as he's coming up to fight me in my weight class. I think it's a tough fight. I definitely think he's one of the best champions at the moment. Obviously, he's vacated the belt, but he's like one of the long reigning champions. So I'm excited. Toughest fight of my career. Feel good. Feel like I got the right game plan. Now it's just a matter of putting it together on the night.
That's where Craig Jones enters the picture. The Australian grappling mastermind has been building JDM into a different beast, one that doesn't panic when the fight hits the mat. JDM said it himself, the drills, the pressure, the rewiring of his ground game, all of it's designed for this one night. But wait, don't blink, because what Craig said next will either terrify Islam's camp or prove JDM's been living in a fantasy.
I was panicking watching you do that fitness before. What's it like training with a guy like Craig Jones?
Yeah, it's awesome. You know, he's obviously like expert grappler and a really good coach. So it's like, it's hard work, like he's putting on hard work, but I definitely feel like, yeah, iron sharpens iron. So, you know, training with someone like him, definitely I feel like I've been getting better every day. Every session I do with him, I feel like I improve.
Craig Jones said he's 100% confident their plan beats Dagestani. Pressure, no hesitation. He said their preparation is built to neutralize Islam's wrestling and expose his striking holes. That's not just confidence, that's provocation. And when an elite grappling coach calls out the most dominant wrestler in the UFC, the whole MMA world listens. Jones ended with one line that shook social media: "This is the night the world sees Australia beat Dagestan."
The blueprint obviously works very well, but in terms of creativity and what Bilal does, I think it's pretty strict. Jack, as you saw in that fight, some of his off balances and grip breaks and some of the things he does, it's really hard to prepare for that. So I think like Islam, the size difference is going to be quite a lot bigger than people think. And we've seen how Volk did on the ground and how much Islam struggled with him in the grappling exchanges. And having seen Jack and Volk's work together, seeing the skill sets, like this is a perfect one. The UFC want guys that stand and bang. I'm trying to still help them out, even though potentially enemies.
Do you feel confident about
Yeah,
this one?
very, very confident for this one.
JDM doubled down. He promised fans they'll be shocked by how comfortable he'll look on the ground. He said Islam won't expect it, that this time the pressure flips direction. And when JDM starts using those scrambles to unleash his striking, the one-shot power, the precision, he believes that's where everything changes. But here's where you need to stay locked in, because the reactions from MMA legends after that statement split the community right down the middle.
What's something that you think he's probably not going to be prepared for in you, where he's kind of underestimating you?
I think maybe the grapple. Maybe I think his best. He probably in his best mind would be thinking, take me down, hold me down, submit me. So I think I think the grappling, I'll be able to surprise him.
Yep. Just a strength in the grappling as well.
Yeah, I believe so. The right techniques for his sort of A game, I think will throw him off a bit.
Jorge Masvidal called it a sleeper fight. He said Islam's still the favorite, but JDM's composure makes him dangerous for anyone. Jorge said if JDM stays calm, picks his shots, and forces Islam to chase, we might witness the biggest upset of the year. But he ended with one chilling truth. If Islam gets a grip on you, calm doesn't matter. Keep watching, because that line becomes a prediction just a few moments later.
Islam Makhachev and Jack Maddalena. He's the best guy on the ground, on the mat. Once it hits the mat, now nobody else has better ground control, submissions, just everything. On the ground, he's a real life nightmare. Strikes as well, he does damage. I would easily say Makhachev is the best ground fighter right now, you know? Especially after what he did to Charles Oliveira. Just, is he gonna be able to deal with the size and the defensive athleticism wrestling of Jack? Because Jack could wrestle pretty damn good defensively, you know? And he showed out against Bilal. Islam could get you down and get you tired early, you know? That being said, I think Jack is a threat he's never faced before. I think Jack, and to be honest with you, Jack has some of the best hands right now in the fucking UFC. Bar none. Like, I could see this guy throwing hands with anybody. He's not going to have a problem.
Even Javier Mendez, Islam's coach, admitted that JDM's evolution is scary. He said Craig Jones turned JDM into a tactical threat, but he made one thing clear. This isn't a grappling match, it's a war. Mendez promised that Islam's control, pace, and transitions will test JDM in ways no one else ever has. Then he dropped a brutal detail. They've studied JDM's every habit, every feint, every tell, and they've got traps waiting for all of it.
What do you think JDM brings on the ground?
He brings on the ground good ground. Why I keep moving, Mike? It's screwing it up. He has a really good ground game, and having Craig Jones with him is, you know, an exceptional world-class grappler that's a great teacher, and he's been in the game, you know, and he's been training a top-level people, world champions. So Craig Jones is very formidable, but, you know.
Islam himself didn't hold back. He laughed off the new grappling version of JDM and said, I respect him, but he'll tap like the rest. Confident. Cold, he said technique and pressure will break him, and once it hits the mat, it's only a matter of time. Bilal Muhammad agreed, saying, JDM's striking is world class, but Islam's top control is hell itself. He predicted a submission or a dominant decision, and trust me, that's not the crazy part. What Poirier said next might be the nail in JDM's coffin.
I mean, if Islam has to just stand with him because he can't take him down, then he'll stand with him, you know? But we have to look for the openings. We can't just stand with somebody to stand with him. We have to look for the openings. We have to see what opportunities we can either open up or he gives us. You know, that's what we'll be looking for. We're not looking to take this guy to the ground per se. We're looking to take advantage of whatever he gives us or whatever we force him to give us.
What has been Khabib's biggest message to you during this camp?
It's not secret. He told me, like, take him down, try to take him down and make him tired there. And I think I can finish him in the ground, you know. I can choke him, do some like armbar something, because I feel, you know, I saw his skills in the ground. He good, but I have something more.
I think Islam can finish him on the ground. You don't want it to be your first time in the cage feeling it. We saw it with DDP. If you never felt one of those Dagestani wrestlers, JDM, even in our fight, he makes mistakes on the ground. Islam and them, they have a different feel. They have a different type of grappling.
Dustin Poirier didn't hesitate. He said Islam's biggest weapon isn't his wrestling, it's his patience. He called Islam ice under fire. He said JDM might shine early, but once Islam finds his timing, the fight flips instantly. And yet Gilbert Burns threw a wild card into the mix. If JDM stuffs those first takedowns, Islam's in trouble. Burns believes the first 2 rounds decide everything, and if JDM survives that storm, this fight could get shocking.
Honestly, yeah, I watch all his fight. He's good. Striking is good. His boxing is very good, you know. And his wrestling not so good, but he good in the ground. He know how to defend, how to escape, how to get up, you know. He have good skills in the ground also, but I saw his wrestling just not good, but he know how to defend, you know. And like he's striking really good. That's why he's one of the best in the world, and he's the world champion right now.
Henry Cejudo wasn't buying it. He said Dagestani pressure breaks strikers, period. But Kamaru Usman pushed back, saying this version of JDM under Craig Jones is different. Usman said, "You can't count him out, not this time." He said the danger level is real, and this fight might surprise the world.
Well, I would have to stop you right there. In what fight has Islam ever taken somebody down and controlled them similar to the way Chimaev did to Dricus? Where have you seen that? Where? And I'm trying to bring the fight to my attention. Islam didn't have a very hard time taking Charles down. With that said, they only hit the ground twice. With that said, the fight was finished, which you all swear you love so much, the finishing of a fight. You swear that you love it, and that one was finished inside about 7.5 minutes. Like, where is it that wrestling got this great resurgence? And when is it that Islam got pulled into the wrestling community?
He's a big guy. I think he's going to fill into that weight. He's a really big 155er. So I think he's going to, his lifestyle outside of training camp is going to be a little more comfortable, and he'll fill into that weight class, no problem. He's going to be, he could be champion there for sure.
How do you think he does against JDM?
I think the beginning of the fight's going to tell the story, like how well JDM does at getting up, how well JDM does at keeping Islam off of his feet, off of his legs, like, off of the cage. It's tough to call that because JDM's a big guy, athletic. I'm excited about that. A lot of fun fights in the future.
And now here we are, the countdown ticking, calm versus chaos, pressure versus precision. Islam fighting to prove that domination isn't luck, it's law. JDM walking in to prove that composure can conquer the storm. The fans are divided, the analysts are split, and the tension is breaking through the walls.
Good fight, Jack and Islam, closer than people think, especially with Jack Della Maddalena doing a lot of training with Volk, with Craig Jones, those guys that kind of crack the Islam on that first Volk fight. I think they're going to have a lot of info, a lot of study, a lot of answers. It's closer than people think, this fight. I really like this fight. I don't have time right now. I didn't have time to dig deep a little too much in that fight, but I think it's way closer than people think. And JDM has a clear shot on beating Islam, you know?
Explain to me why he's better or why he's going to give Islam a good fight. I just don't see it. Striking, grappling, submissions, takedown defense, takedowns. I see total dominance from my brother, Islam Makhachev.
I want Islam to win, but it's not going to be that easy. Jack has just gotten exponentially better in such a short time. I've watched him in a couple of fights. Spirit was never broke. It's going to be difficult, but if someone can make it look straight up easy, Islam possesses the skills.
I'm hearing through the grapevines too that Islam Makhachev, he doesn't have that too many fights in his career. Remember, dude, Khabib Nurmagomedov retired young, bro. These guys will follow suit. You know why? They train like freaking maniacs. They train hard, bro. There's something different with Russians. They love leaving on top.
One man will walk out a champion, the other a warning. Stay tuned, because after this fight, the UFC landscape will never look the same again. Hit subscribe because the post-fight fallout we're about to break down could rewrite the entire lightweight division.